Alright, so I asked you guys on Twitter what you would rather have me do in a video. More concise talking points about E3 or a long, rambly talky talk about E3 stuff. And you guys chose the latter, so here we go. I pre-ordered a PS4 today. I actually pulled the trigger. I was very proud of myself. I don't want to go into why I chose it over Xbox One like everyone else has chosen to do. However, I will say while I was at first an Xbox One apologist, after E3 and the events that unfolded, I can't really defend the Xbox One anymore. That being said, I do not hate it. But I want to tell you guys why I pre-ordered a PS4 from the perspective of I just pre-ordered it because I love video games and this was the best E3 I've ever seen. That's why I pre-ordered a PS4, just because I was just blown away by everything that this E3 had to show. And the show's not even technically over yet. I've been following E3 since I picked up my first issue of like Nintendo Power or Electronic Gaming Monthly back in like 1998. So that's a while. And I honestly think that, aside from the other big announcements of other E3s, but in very recent memory, I'd say within the last 5 years or so, this was the most exciting E3 I have ever seen. The enthusiasm from everyone, the enthusiasm from every title, from every event, from every announcement, I think just showed so much love, so much passion, and just so many exciting things for us gamers to be excited about. So much stuff. The fact that Final Fantasy Versus is still alive, and now it's Final Fantasy 15. I am so happy. The fact that Kingdom Hearts 3 exists. The fact that Nintendo did actually bring new games to the table while they weren't the most impressive or unsafe, they did bring games. The fact that there is Metal Gear Solid 5 on Xbox One as well as PS4. That's just cool because more people will be able to play it who have wanted to in the past. And the fact that console exclusives seem to be a thing of the past. While there are some, there are certainly not as many as when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were in their heyday, that's for sure. I think it's great that people just have the option to choose which hardware they want and worry about the games later because they're coming for everything. And I love that, and I love how some of the games we've been excited about recently are going to be on next-gen systems as well, like Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed 4. That's awesome. Assassin's Creed 4 I thought was very impressive. I was absolutely blown away by it. It completely just looks like more Assassin's Creed. The running and everything when they show the main character running on the burning pirate ship. But there's something about it that I just love. Maybe it's the new setting. That's what I come to Assassin's Creed for. Even new first-person shooter prospects just ooze passion and excitement and new ideas. Destiny and Titanfall, most notably, absolutely blew me away. The fact that Titanfall didn't turn out to be the Call of Duty in space type of thing I was expecting, and now it is more of a Matrix Revolutions mech-based first-person shooter, blows me away. The fact that you can eject from it and like climb on top of these mechs and stuff, I just thought that was absolutely incredible, and I was blown away. Dead Rising 3 looks awesome, and I know a lot of people aren't really into the direction that they took with the game. I think it looks incredibly fun. I was blown away by finally there's like a real, and I know of State of Decay, which is pretty good, but finally there's like a real AAA title of, open world zombie action. A lot of zombies on screen at once thanks to the next generation processing power, and I think it's absolutely great. Metal Gear Solid 5, of course, like I mentioned earlier, I could make a whole video talking about that Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer, the regular one and then the 9-minute director's cut version. There's so much stuff, so many places they're taking the story in the 70s and the early 80s of the tale of Big Boss and I guess the decline of Big Boss. I am totally game for it. The new Super Smash Bros. That Nintendo revealed kind of disappointed me in the fact that it looks completely the same, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play it. They are offering some titles, and I'm finally happy that they do. I am going to keep my Wii U. But I've watched so many gameplay videos and impressions, and I've read a million things. Thief looks really great, though a little underwhelming just because it showed the early stages of the game. The Witcher 3 looks absolutely incredible now with its open world, its freaking gorgeous graphics. Make it just so exciting, and I'm just so excited for the next generation. I just keep saying that. I really love the focus on indie games, especially this year, especially the fact that PS4, Sony actually brought them up in their conference, and the fact that like Outlast and the remake of Abe's Odyssey and smaller titles like that, and even Project Spark, which is probably a pretty indie title, is being brought to the masses. But like I said, what really got me the most excited about this E3 is just the passion in general. The fact that a new Mirror's Edge game exists. That's awesome. That means prayers have been answered, voices have been heard. The fact that Rise is a game now that is actually awesome. That it is not just a Kinect-based first-person game that nobody wanted to play. Now it's a real game. That's awesome. And I really just can't get over the innovation with stuff like The Division, how it's just a massively open New York City-based third-person shooter, and your friends can jump in with tablets and stuff like that, and it's persistent, and I just can't get over it. I am so excited for The Division. I really don't think it needs a Tom Clancy name slapped on it at all. I think that name is dead and it doesn't sell any games. I think it actually turns some people off to games. But God, it looks so awesome. Check out The Division if you hadn't already. Battlefield 4 continues to surprise as well. You know, as much as, okay, it's Battlefield 4, it's getting to be like, okay, it's Call of Duty. 64-player matches are very impressive, and skyscrapers falling down in the middle of a match is insane. Like, what more can we ask for? And that's on consoles. That's not just on PC. What more can we ask for? Got to see gameplay of Infamous Second Son, which looks absolutely impressive. These smoke powers are really great, but kind of familiar, and it looks, you know, like it's in the same vein of Infamous 2, which is fine. Remedy's new game, which is cool, though it does some weird things with TV, and Battlefront 3. The fact that that exists is amazing. Everyone should be, I don't even know, crying. I can't even, guys, as you can see, I am very excited, very enthusiastic. The amount of games announced, the amount of games shown, the amount of things teased, I really just can't talk about all of them. If I missed some of them, I'm sorry. But the fact that there is this much to be excited about, this much to go on, this much to, you know, just get excited about, I think that is the most exciting thing about this E3 and the next generation ahead of us. And that is why I pre-ordered a PS4. Not because I hate Xbox One, but just because I am so damn excited. There are so many freaking games. Maybe I shouldn't have had coffee, but, you know. But really, so be sure to let me know what you guys are excited about the most at E3. We need to talk about that. Like, name your top 5 games or something like that. What are you most excited about? What have you been most surprised of? Let me know anything you want about E3. Let's talk, you know. And, you know, as always, you can like me on Facebook, you can yell at me on Twitter, and you can subscribe because video games.